coming through some of the most established, affluent neighborhoods of old Pasadena. It provides a very kind of a country club feel, if you will, very removed from the urban freeways and buildings that Southern California is known for. The competing hotels that we compete most with in Southern California are Rosewood Hotels, Ritz-Carlton, Fairmont, and Four Seasons. And just a quick little overview, if you're not familiar with Langham Hotels and Resorts, we are a global luxury hotel company located on 4 continents, and we're based in Hong Kong. We have 20 operating hotels and 10 new hotels in our pipeline to be opened up in the next 2 to 5 years. Our North American hotels, which you'd be more interested in, are located in Boston, New York City, Chicago, LA, of course, Pasadena, and San Francisco is scheduled to open in 2025. All of our hotels are 4- and 5-star rated. And here we have a beautiful map that indicates where we are located. The Langham, if you can see it, it's kind of a lighter shaded in the right-hand corner. We really are located in the gateway of Los Angeles metropolitan area, which provides you with easy access to Hollywood, the Burbank Studios, the beaches of Southern California, easy access to Orange County and San Diego to the south. We are located 8 miles north of downtown Los Angeles, and incredibly easy airlift into Pasadena. 2 airport options for you. The Burbank Airport, which is the one that we like to capitalize on most, is 16 miles from the Langham. And I think a lot of the attendees that attended the Prestige conference flew into Burbank. They provide nonstop destinations from many of the major cities throughout North America. It is not an international airport, so if you need the international airport access, our friends at LAX can assist with that. And Los Angeles International Airport is 26 miles from the Langham. And depending on the traffic, it can be anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. As we go through the presentation today, I wanted to do it as you're a guest arriving to Pasadena and you're arriving to the hotel. So picture that you're winding through our beautiful neighborhoods. You arrive to the main driveway of the hotel. You get escorted into the main lobby, and that's the picture that you're looking at now. So as you can see, it's a very warm and welcoming lobby, lots of natural light, light colors, floor to ceiling windows. Our front desk is not pictured, but it's off to the left-hand side. It's a very calming arrival experience. Langham Hotels worldwide, our signature color is pink, so you'll see some splashes of pink throughout the hotel, tastefully done. There's always fresh bouquet of flowers, updated every week, located in the main lobby. After you're checked in and have experienced a welcoming arrival at the front desk, you'll be escorted to one of our guest rooms or suites. We have 341 guest rooms, 38 suites, for a total of 379 total guest rooms in the hotel. And these are just a couple of pictures of the different room types. Some of those are adjoining suite bedrooms, and some of them are our standard rooms. Our guest rooms are quite large. They're 450 square feet. And one of the unique characteristics that our hotel has is our cottage suites, which are 8 private cottages. They range anywhere from 850 to 2,300 square feet, and they go anywhere from 1 to 4 bedrooms. The larger picture that you see there of the Clara Vista is one of our larger ones. And that one can be used actually for sleeping, or it can actually be used for dining. It can be used for boardrooms. It has a permanent boardroom table. If you have a board meeting that needs some exclusivity, this provides that for you. These are about a minute to a minute and a half walk from the main lobby of the hotel. So it's very close and contained on our 23 acres, but they do provide a very residential exclusive feel. And Maddie, you guys were able to use those during the PPC conference.
Yes, I was going to actually try not to interrupt you and jump in and say that the cottage suites were just a hidden gem at the property. The partners at Prestige were settled into these suites in the cottages. They allowed them the extra space to have small meetings. They actually had one in the boardroom that AV set up with camera and all of the all the technical things that we need AV for. And it also just allows those upper level executives in the company to sneak away to a more quiet location for one-off meetings. I think it also is a great spot to have, as Steve mentioned, smaller receptions, that type of thing, but they are tucked away they almost feel more like a residential experience. I think we'll try to use those more when we go back to Langham, Pasadena next time.
Thank you. And the nice thing about that larger picture one, it does have a rooftop terrace that could accommodate a reception for up to 50 people. So it provides great views of all of Pasadena. As we go into our meeting space, this is our signature shot of our Huntington Ballroom, which is our largest ballroom. It's over 11,000 square feet. It divides into 3 different sections. You could do a gala dinner in there that can accommodate up to 1,000 people. Each section of the ballroom is 3,800 square feet. So you could do a general session classroom style for up to 302 sections. We have a total of 50,000 square feet indoor and outdoor space. And if you're wondering about those chandeliers, they can be removed. We have had those removed before, and they can be removed. It's a pretty easy task. It's an easy task for me to say it. It's not an easy task. This map right here just gives you a quick overview of our 23 acres and all that we provide. Everything shaded in the light pink is on the main level, and that includes all of our meeting space. And you'll see I've got a couple of pictures of all of general meeting areas, but we have 3 distinct ballrooms. The Huntington Ballroom, which we just looked at. We have the Viennese Ballroom, which is our second largest ballroom at 4,000 square feet. And then we have our Georgian Ballroom, which is 2,600 square feet. We also have on the main level 10 smaller rooms for breakouts, ranging anywhere from 500 square feet up to over 1,000. The nice thing about all of our meeting space is 99% of it is on one level and easily accessible and close together. This is our favorite is our outdoor space. Being in Southern California, we can take advantage of great weather pretty much all year round. This is our beautiful horseshoe garden. It really captures the essence of the hotel and provides a beautiful backdrop. This is only a small section of the lawn. It's actually a 15,000 square foot lawn that was completely overhauled and reimagined in 2020 during the height of the pandemic. So we redid everything from landscaping to new grass, and just it's absolutely stunning. It's a great location for a welcome reception. I know that 80% of the time that the PPC was on site in April, we did use this area for breakfast and lunches and networking.
And speaking of that, here is one of the receptions that we had there. So we used the Horseshoe Garden for 2 different receptions that were both very different. Our welcome reception was in the evening with our supplier partners. Here are some photos. You'll see that the perimeter was set with the food and beverage, and we had a mix of cocktail highs, lows, rounds, and soft seating. So there was something comfortable for everyone there. The destination group to add some extra decor, which included the soft seating as well as the lighted pillars with our event theme. The lighting that the AV team at Langham put out there was just exquisite. I mean, we watched them do it from the morning, and they did a wonderful job, and it just adds to that ambiance so nicely. The second activity we had was, I think, Steve's favorite, because he got to sit in that Ferrari up there in the top middle photo. But we hosted a lunch and networking activity during the early afternoon with our supplier partners. This included a trade show of CVBs from California. So along the back portion, I think it was considered the back, Steve, but
Yes.
opposite the stairs, we had 17 vendor booths set up that were all different CVBs. And they had passports that attendees would go get stamped as they visited. And then there were just some incredible activities out there, but it lends itself very well to a combination trade show and large lunch setup. So it was, oh, and the other thing is the grand staircase, as you can see in the second photo on the top, makes for a great stage that's just built in to do welcomes. It is also a wonderful spot for a corporate photo. We did that at Prestige while we were there, and it's just a really nice photo to have.
Yes, thank you. We do refer to that as the backyard area of the hotel. And the lawn is also outfitted for tents, so you can put a tent up on the lawn as well. Just moving back inside the building, inside the hotel again, just a quick shot of the Huntington Ballroom, which is our premier ballroom. This was redone in 2018 with soft goods from new carpet and wall coverings. And this was used quite a bit for the Prestige conference.
Yes, we used the Huntington Ballroom for a recognition dinner, all of our general sessions, and a sponsored team building activity. So you can see in these photos, there's a mix of each one of those. You can see how easily the room is transformed by lighting or props. So again, 360 Destination Group worked with us and provided the decor for our recognition dinner, which is that upper right photo. Just added in those, some of those award show feeling props and the lighting. And then also they provided the seating for the panel discussion. So, and then those bottom two photos are that team building experience. And so you can just see that the room can change so much without actually having to change much. Nice.
And going through, there we go. A little bit more meeting space here. This is our Viennese ballroom, which is our second largest ballroom, 4,085 square feet. This is one of the original historic ballrooms in the hotel when the hotel opened in 1907. And if you think about it, back in the early 1900s, this operated as the main restaurant for the hotel. So there's a lot of history as you're entering into many of the ballrooms. The larger ballroom that I showed a few minutes ago, that was added onto the hotel in the late 80s. But these historic ballrooms really bring an air of elegance and history to the hotel. 25-foot ceilings, gold leaf. This particular ballroom has a beautiful terrace that adjoins to that, and I'll show you that picture in just a moment.
And we use this ballroom for our one-on-one meetings. So the hotel was able to fit 50 short cocktail tables in the room with extra space to get around. Our one-on-one meetings they're always the most complicated thing to pull off in an easy way because we require so many cocktail tables in one space. So this room really did it well. AV did a great job providing a large countdown clock as well as the audio so that we could announce when people needed to switch to the next meeting. And the uplighting kind of just helped make the room look a little bit more festive.
And our next shot here is our beautiful connecting Viennese terrace. This adjoins directly to the ballroom, as you can see on the archway entrances on the left-hand side of the screen. That goes right into the foyer and then right into the ballroom. This is multi-space use. It could be used for a cocktail reception for up to 200. You can do a formal sit-down dinner for up to 150. It has beautiful views overlooking our pool area. We had a recent group a few weeks ago that used this for their open reception, and they used the Viennese ballroom plus the terrace, which gave them an outdoor experience, and they transformed the terrace into a garden-like setting with the use of a DMC, and that provided over 7,000 square feet of space, and it was a group of about 250, and it worked quite well.
And we used it for a CSR project. The space really allowed the group to relax and enjoy the activity. It allowed for a lot of nice flow. We had a signature cocktail and we had sunglasses that we handed out to the team, and it was a really nice space for that. And then we also used it as a sponsored lunch. So this activity, our host had a nice lunch followed by a minute to win it game. So we had all the tables set up, but then we also had enough space to accommodate 8 separate tables for those games to take place.
Our next shot is our beautiful lobby lounge. This is located in the main part of the hotel, and it is our location for our signature high tea that Langham Hotels worldwide offers, and it's a very unique offering in the luxury set that we like to offer. But this space can be used for multiple things. It could be used for our high tea, as I said, but we could also use it for a guest lounge. You can do dining in here as well. We can feed up to about 100 people in here. It can be used as a meeting room breakout as well. And we used it for the guest lounge for the Prestige conference.
And here are some photos from that. It was a great hangout spot for attendees. You know, if you wanted to find where everyone would be, this was a good spot to find people who were working or just taking a minute. If you see the middle photo, you can see those two pillars in the background. Our welcome desk was set up right between those. So it really helped people know that that was a good place to go, questions, or just to hang out. We had a really nice gifting experience in this space. And also on the first day, Langham set up a really nice build your own amenity activity for the Prestige team so they could bag up snacks and things to take with them for the week.
And this is just a beautiful shot of our main pool area. This is what the Viennese terrace from a few slides looks over. So it's a very resort setting of the pool, provides a very nice, relaxing environment. There's a connecting restaurant and bar at the pool as well. So you'll definitely be pampered to the nines in this location. And it's just an awesome setting that we also used for one of our parties during the Prestige conference.
And that was our closing reception. Probably my favorite that we've ever done. We had this event around the pool. The theme was Old Hollywood. 360 again helped us out with that giant Hollywood sign. It was 50 feet long. It was just practically larger than life. It was a great photo backdrop for our attendees. If you see that bottom photo with the bridge, the band was set up under that historic picture bridge. And then we had 2 bars and then food stations set up throughout the space, which helped encourage mingling. You didn't have to walk very far to get yourself a cocktail. It was very fun. It was nice to see everyone all dressed up in their Hollywood glam clothes. But this concludes the overview of the large spaces that Prestige used during our conference. We did also, as Steve mentioned, the breakout spaces earlier. We used some of those spaces for breakout sessions. They're over near the Huntington Ballroom. But I'm going to hand it back to Steve so he can share some more information about some other spaces that are available.
Thank you, Maddie. And our final ballroom, which is our smallest ballroom, is the Georgian Ballroom, also located on the main floor of the hotel. This is a little over 2,600 square feet. And again, it originates back to when the hotel opened in 1907. So there's a lot of history in here. It provides a beautiful backdrop to do an intimate dinner of 70, 80 people. Just you don't have to change too much of the decor inside of the ballroom. From a meeting standpoint, you could use this for a large boardroom style setup, U-shape, classroom style. You can do about 70 people classroom in here. So it does provide a multi-use for different events during your program. The next slide is just a fun slide of our beautiful courtyard area. And again, just tells the story of the hotel with the mature trees and the landscaping. We really pride ourselves on the landscaping that the Langham provides. It always gets accolades throughout Southern California every year, landscaping awards for just the beauty of the property, the flowers, the trees that exist throughout. Just provides a very comforting, relaxing area for your conference.
I will add on this one that it was great to see people out mingling between sessions, but it was also a fantastic spot to cut across. If you're in a hurry and you need to get from one spot to the other, you can there's some really great shortcuts through the courtyard.
And another unique area is called the Japanese Garden, just a very kind of a smaller, intimate, unique area if you're looking to do a smaller dinner, surrounded by all the trees, the beautiful red bridge. As you can imagine, it's a bride's dream come true if she's doing a smaller wedding out here, but it also works well for a meeting or an event that you're hosting. And one of my favorite areas that we didn't get to utilize during the Prestige conference is our Wentworth Garden. We added this to our outdoor areas in 2019. It has a very kind of a Napa wine California feel to it. It's very secluded. Chef's table, that wood table is permanent, so it can't be moved. It is pretty heavy to move, by the way. But we can do a nice board dinner out here, an executive dinner, smaller cocktail reception. Max out here is about 25 to 30 people, but provides a very, just kind of a unique setting.
Throughout all of our planning, my colleague and I, we really wanted to use this space. So we kept trying to figure out how we could make it work, but our agenda was too tight. But as Steve said, it would be an ideal location for an intimate dinner to award top salespeople, or even a spot that would be great to welcome new employees or first timers to the conference. The next event that we host at Langham, we will definitely use this space.
Langham Hotels is known worldwide for our unique and creative food and beverage offerings. And here at Pasadena, we truly have one of the best culinary teams that I've ever worked with in the industry. We have 3 on-site restaurant and dining experiences. One is the Royce, which is our high-end luxury steakhouse. The second is the Terrace restaurant, which provides breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the tap room, which is our fun bar area. It's an inside outside experience, and you'll see a picture of that momentarily. These are just a couple of pictures of some fun food and beverage that we did during the conference.
And I will add that the food was amazing. Steve mentioned earlier that the competitive set for Langham is some of the most high-end hotel brands, and we had some of those suppliers with us saying they wanted to take the chef home with them. They were amazing. The culinary team is just fantastic. So just to speak to a couple of these photos, the photo in the top or the upper left, and then that big photo, you'll see the Royce in a minute, but those were set up in the wine rooms in the Royce as just were just fantastic. And then that bottom left photo is the bento box that we had at one of our sponsored lunches. And that purple, the purple stuff on there is potato salad. It looks very different than any potato salad I've ever had. And it was just very unique and very delicious.
And this is our beautiful Royce wood fire steakhouse. This is probably one of the more modern areas of the hotel. We renovated this area several years ago, and it's got a kind of more of a South Beach, Florida, Hollywood type, West Hollywood type feel to it. It comes with 2 beautiful wine rooms. You can see one of the wine rooms over in the far right-hand corner there. One room holds 16 people at a table, and the other holds 10. We utilized this area for an afterglow party for the Prestige conference, and it worked out rather well. We outfitted it with different lighting and different formatting in the back, but it works out well. It's only open for dinner. So we use it also for a group if they don't want to be in our traditional meeting space and you want it to be in some more unique space for your breakfast and lunches. This can accommodate groups up to about 100 people inside. So it works out rather well. We also do buyouts for this. I'm working on a group right now that is looking to buy this out and close the restaurant down just for their own dining experience. And that's a group of about 100 as well. And the Terrace restaurant, this looks directly across at the pool. So think back to the Hollywood party that we had. We also incorporated this area, so it providing some additional seating for people that were at the Hollywood party that we hosted. And it's just an all-around great restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as it overlooks the pool. It's a very relaxing, calming restaurant. California bistro, if you will.
Steve, are you there?
Oh, no, did I cut out?
You did, but you aren't now. Did you have anything else about the Terrace restaurant?
No, just that it provided a great backdrop during the Hollywood party.
It did. And then back in the left, you can see kind of that terracotta roof. That's the Hideaway Bar, which is also a really great spot to have available like during the Hollywood party. It was really nice. It was just another secondary place for people to convene.
And then our beautiful tap room, which is where we spent many an evening networking and socializing. This comes with an outdoor patio and a terrace. Just provides a very beautiful country club-like setting. Can also be used for a buyout for a group as well. Fun place for fun drinks and appetizers.
Yes, very true.
And this picture we put in because it really showcases back to the food and beverage, some of the unique things that we can do. The larger picture was a unique amenity that we sent to one of the Prestige executives. We took a picture of his dogs and inserted it into the chocolate frame. And the whole frame and the picture is edible. And just a couple of other side shots down there at the bottom, some site inspections that I had recently. And our chef got creative. That Kenworth truck is actually an edible cake that you can cut into and eat. So again, it really just showcases our food and beverage and the creativeness.
I would echo the same. Those chocolate frames were just stunning, just amazing.
And then wrapping up here, when you're time to relax and recoup a little bit, every Langham hotel has a luxury Langham Schwann spa. This is a signature brand of Langham hotels. Ours is absolutely stunning, 11,000 square feet, 12 different treatment rooms. Groups can buy it out and utilize it. There's spaces for cocktail receptions in the spa if you're so inclined to write that into your agenda, but just a great place to work out and relax. And it does come with a connecting health club that's been fully renovated over the last year as well.
We were inclined to use this, but we didn't have room in our agenda. So next time we have a meeting at the Langham, we will definitely find a way to fit the spa in because it is beautiful. We did work with the spa to have a yoga instructor do a sunrise activity on the day where we had all of our supplier partners in town. The nice thing about that was we had yoga as an activity out on the horseshoe lawn, but then we also had a guided walk through the neighborhood, as Steve mentioned at the very beginning of this presentation. Um, the Langham is in the most beautiful setting of amazing historic homes. So that walk through the neighborhood, I think they went about maybe 3 miles. I didn't go, but um, it was a really nice guided walk just to experience the area.
And then our last is our signature shot of the hotel. Whether you're entering or saying goodbye, it provides a stunning backdrop for when you're arriving to the hotel. So I hope I've painted a good picture today for you of our great destination. And one thing I forgot to mention, we love buyouts. So if you have a group that's 350 rooms, 360 rooms, you could have exclusivity to all of our meeting space and all of our guest rooms as well. So please keep that in mind. We love the big groups.